Hello everyone, this is Subathra Mylsamy, partner at AK Mylsamy and Associates. So today's topic is going to be on digital rupee, which has been actually a very hot and a buzzing topic now. And the name actually what is given by the government for this digital rupee is called as the central bank digital currency. So the video is going to enlighten you about this new aspect of the digital rupee which is being introduced by our government. While presenting the union budget in 2022, our finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced that the Reserve Bank of India would be rolling out its digital currency very soon. So this digital rupee will lead to a very efficient and cheaper currency management system in our country. Plus, it is also in a pilot stage. It's a pilot stage project introduced using the blockchain and other technologies, and it will be issued by the Reserve Bank of India in the year say 2022 to 2023. Now let us see what is this central bank digital currency or digital rupee. Now the central bank digital currency, or shortly called as the CBDC or the digital rupee, is nothing but a digital form of currency notes which is being issued by the bank. Now this digital currency or the rupee is in an electronic format, or you can say electronic form of money that can be used in contactless transactions. Now let us see what are the objectives behind introducing this digital rupee. First and foremost thing is the digital rupee is introduced to give a bigger boost to the digital economy. Now we see everything has been digitalized, so adding to it is also the digital rupee. Central banks also wanted to popularize more and bring out more acceptance of the electronic form of the currency. That's why they also introduced the digital currency in place, and they wanted to also bring down the usage of more of paper currencies. Next aspect is a digital rupee can be held even by the non-residents, and it is available to conduct any kind of cross-border financial transactions in a very easy and efficient manner. Furthermore, the large-scale mushrooming of these private cryptocurrencies in the recent years has also challenged the fundamental notion of money itself. So to put an end to this, the government has brought in the usage of the digital rupee. Now, what are the features of this digital rupee which I am talking about? So this digital rupee bears the same value and the legitimacy as that of any kind of a banknote, currency note or a coin. And also another interesting aspect is there's no need to open a bank account in order to transact the digital rupee. These are all stored as usual in the e-wallet as such. And the value of one digital rupee is equal to 1 rupee. The value remains the same, there is no change. Plus, the RBI has also proposed an offline functionality of the digital rupee. That is, one can make transactions or do transactions without the usage of the internet. I think this is a very, very important function which will help also the rural people to get into more of the digital space without the usage of the internet. Plus, the RBI also may issue limits for offline transactions to reduce certain technological issues. Now, what are these types of digital rupee in place now? Now, they can be classified into two types. The first one being the retail one, which is called as the CBDC or R, which is nothing but the used for retail transactions. And this will be potentially available for use for the public people for any kind of everyday transactions. Now, the second one is for the wholesale transactions. It is called as the CBDCW, and this is specifically designed for restricted access to select financial institutions. Example like banks or people who have day-to-day big transactions in companies, etc. Now, it is also to be noted that currently only the wholesale aspect of the digital rupee has been enabled by our government. Now, next let us see what are the benefits of this digital rupee. The primary aspect is the digital rupee system makes the monetary and the payment system more very smooth and efficient, meaning faster transactions can take place. So the timelines is reduced. It will also reduce the cost which has been associated with any kind of physical cash management, and it will boost also, as I mentioned before, cross-border transactions, which will help in the bank's management and operations. In fact, it will also bring down to a large extent the costs which are incurred for the government in manufacturing the currency notes to a large extent as well. And the digital currency will have an unlimited lifeline, as it will never be physically damaged or it cannot be also lost. Plus, it will mitigate the volatility risks which is associated with the cryptocurrencies or the bitcoins, which are now largely circulated in the market. This will play a pivotal role in enabling easy monitoring of transfers, making them relatively faster and reducing malpractices in the payment system as well. Digital transactions will surely add another dimension to the digital governance system as such. And there has always been a large, a confusion in the market after this digital rupee was introduced. What is this digital rupee? How is it different from the cryptocurrencies or the bitcoins which has already been circulated in the market? Now, the first thing is cryptocurrency is actually decentralized, and it is unable to be controlled by any governing entity. So there is no guarantee for you if you are investing into a cryptocurrency that you will get it back. There is no one who is banking on it, Now, the cryptocurrencies also undermine India's financial and the macroeconomic stability because of their negative consequences for the financial sector. It also has the potential to diminish the monetary authority's potential to determine and regulate the monetary policy and the monetary system of the country, which would pose serious challenges to the stability of the financial system of the country as such. So now it is the responsibility of the central bank to provide its citizens with a risk-free central bank digital money, which will also provide the users the same experience of dealing in currency in the digital form. So there is lesser risks involved once you start to use the digital rupee, which is being authorized or banked by the government as such, unlike the cryptocurrencies. So therefore you need to understand that digital rupee will definitely provide the people with the benefits of virtual currencies, while also ensuring consumer protection by avoiding the damaging social and the economic consequences of any private virtual currencies which are now currently in the market, like the cryptocurrencies and the bitcoins. Now, what are the legal implications of the digital rupee? Now, the Reserve Bank derives the necessary statutory powers from the RBI Act with respect to the denominations, the form of banknotes, the status as legal tender, etc. Now, the necessary amendments to the RBI Act relating to enhancing the scope of the definition of banknote to include currency in digital form also have to be done, Along with this, the central bank laws, the monetary laws of the country also needs to be changed on the issues including the right of issuance of digital rupee, legal tender status, and the criminal laws and protections from counterfeits, etc. So I would like to sum up and conclude by saying that although digital rupees across the world are still in a very conceptual or in a very pilot stage, there is a lack of precedence as such in the world. So thus, there is a need of extensive stakeholder consultations which has to be taken into considerations, along with iterative technology designs which has to develop a platform that meets all the demands and also the safety which is required. The digital rupee or the CBDC of RBI is promising in various benefits, which will also include and ensure transparency and low cost operations. However, it is required to have elaborate planning, monitoring with respect to the scope, cost and the timelines which will hold to key to ensuring the effective introduction and implementation of this digital rupee. RBI also must work towards addressing the prevailing trust issues on digital currencies among the public, which also includes the fear of a lot of cyber crime, cyber frauds, money laundering, which is happening in the digital environment as such. I think that it is a good initiative which is come forward by our government to initiate a lot of transactions in the digital medium, which already is being done. But it is a time tested and we need to wait and see how this digital rupee is going to be taken by the public in the market. I hope this bit of information would have been useful for you all on the digital rupee. Thank you so much for watching my video. See you next time. Until then,